Warning: the decisions on which films are approved or denied into the Flickbook are clearly subjective of our panelist. All nominated films discussed were carefully assessed to give a fair determination if the film is right for a non-average movie viewer to view at least once in their lives. These views may not match yours, and honestly, that's okay. We shouldn't always have the same opinion. However, if you truly believe we are so wrong it drives you insane, we ask that you write down your thoughts and comments and go fuck yourself.
What's your favorite scary movie?
That's just too funny. I hear it too much and I laugh every time. I've been watching that movie for God knows how long. And Ghostface getting high is just way too funny. Hello, everybody. My name is Tommy James, a.k.a. Mr. Oh So Smooth, a.k.a. the Smooth Effect himself. And welcome to the Flickbook, the podcast for the non-average horror movie viewer. And today we have a doozy. Yes, I am so excited to talk about this movie because I remember watching this movie when I was a child. Well, would I be a child at this point? Yeah, like 10, right? 10, 11 years old we were. Mr. Malave, you're just 1 year younger than me, so.
It came out in 98.
98.
Yeah, we're like 10 years old. Yeah.
Okay, so we're like 10 years old watching this movie.
I saw this in the movies.
You went to the theater to see this movie?
I did.
I wasn't allowed to see. This is a rated R movie.
Yeah, it's all right.
So how the hell did you get in?
Movies. My dad.
Your dad let you in? They allowed that? I thought it was after you can't get in. Like, I remember my mom tried to take me to Me, Myself, and Irene, and they were like, no, he's like 12. He can't go see this movie. So
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But I did watch it on television. I went to Blockbuster and rented it. The cast itself is great. And if you don't know what we're talking about, you do because it says it in the title. We're talking The Faculty. School's out forever, Mr. Malave.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I mean, thank God. I mean, definitely now. I'm never going back to school.
Same.
Yeah, for real. Neither am I, but this is a different kind of take when it comes to the invasion of the body snatchers and The Thing, and it's set in a high school. But before we get into that, let's, of course, introduce our panelists, the people that are going to decide if this movie does, in fact, get into the horror edition of the Flickbook. And, of course, let's start with my co-host, Mista Malave, the Music Man.
Oh yeah, what's up, guys? How you doing? The Faculty is a doozy. It brings me back to the childhood, and I cannot wait to talk it, break it down, give out some awards, and see if it indeed gets in the Flickbook. We don't know. But yeah, I'm ready to go.
All right, well, Miss Malave, as you know, it has to be unanimous in order for it to get in. So hopefully we will see. Me and you can agree, but our guests may not. And I'm talking about Caitlin. Hello, Caitlin.
Hey guys, what's up?
What's going on?
Good. This is my first time seeing it, but it was really good. I liked it a lot. I'm really into horror classics, so this was a really good one.
I love the fact that you told me way prior, obviously, this is the first time you've ever seen it. You watched it with your husband, who also said this is the first time he's seen it.
He did. So he loved it too.
Pretty great that we're going to have your opinion that you've never seen this, and me and Matt pretty much grew up to this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a lot of fun. Caitlin was there at our Malignant panel at Spooky Empire. She joined in with us. She had a beer, I remember, and we were just having a great time and laughing. I told her we got to get her on to come have some fun with us. So let's see what we can do. Let's talk.
Happy to be here.
Good. That's a good thing, because some people, when they don't come on, and when they come on and they're not happy to be here,
yeah, they're just pissed off.
They're just like, I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing here. So at least you're happy to be here. Yeah, why'd you log in then? So let's get into it. We're talking The Faculty. Now, this cast I would say this is an all-star cast for the 90s.
Kind of ridiculous how many people are in this movie.
Like this, oh man. So let's get right into that cast. Hold on real quick, because
I got it.
All right, my computer bugged out. Yes.
Josh Hartnett.
Josh Hartnett at his peak. At his peak. Like coming into the peak. This is when Josh Hartnett was a sex god at that moment.
Yeah. Isn't this like right after Pearl Harbor and shit like that? Like,
I don't even know if this is after Pearl Harbor. Like this was maybe
Pearl Harbor sucks.
This was close to H2O when he did Halloween H2O. This is before Othello. This is before 40 Days and 40 Nights. Like Josh Hartnett was on a fucking tear for a second, and he disappeared after Penny Dreadful.
Yeah. Sorry.
Continue, Matt.
We have Clara Duvall. We have Jordana Brewster. Brewster. Sorry.
Brewster,
oh my
yes.
God.
Jordana
This was before Fast and the Furious, too.
Yes.
We have Laura Harris. We have Usher, USHER. That's right. This was after his little brief cameo and She's All That.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
We have Famke Jensen. That's right. We have
Famke Jensen.
Famke. She's gonna kill me now.
Jean Grey. Jean Grey from the X-Men films.
You know why I can't pronounce her name? Because I always be like, hey, look, that's Jean.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna keep going because it is an all-star cast. We have Jon Stewart.
You got Jon Stewart, and a big name that can surprise a lot of people is Robert Patrick's in this movie.
Yes.
The T-1000. How great is
Selma
that?
Hayek.
Selma Hayek. She's in this movie, so
I love her.
We figured it out. There's a lot of people in this movie.
Christopher McDonald is in this movie.
He is. He's Elijah Wood's father.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So, okay, like I mentioned before, this movie is pretty much Invasion of the Body Snatchers and The Thing put together in a high school where technically we could adapt to that. You know, we can understand where it's coming from. I mean, I know aliens have never attacked my high school. But the faculty usually are pretty weird people.
Shut up. I was a faculty for a minute.
With an alien? With a parasite?
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. All right. So now let's get into this film. Okay. We're not going to go scene by scene. We're just going to talk about some great scenes that we liked, what we enjoyed, and maybe some things we didn't. First, we'll start off right off the bat. Okay. Mista Malave, you have seen this movie. I told you that we were doing the faculty. How did it make you feel right off the bat?
I was excited. I've seen this movie so many times, and just any excuse to see it again. Why the fuck not? You know?
Right.
So I was pretty excited. You know what I mean? And it has been a while since I've seen it. You know what I mean? Because it's like, you know, you don't want to get movie fatigue and everything else. And I did as a kid when it came out because it was like I was in it. I loved it. I even got I got the, what was it? The DVD at the time. No, not even. I think it was.
No, that's VHS.
I think it was still a VHS. I got it. I got it bootleg. Then I got it real. You know what I mean? And then I just kept watching it. So like, then I left it alone for a while. And you know, hey, we're doing the faculty. Why the hell not? Let's watch it again.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I agree. Now, Caitlin, like you mentioned before, you've never seen this movie. So when I told you the movie, you obviously went, you checked out the cast. Maybe you read the little synopsis. Off the bat, first impression, how'd you feel just reading it?
Well, when I always like to look at the cast first. So I was like, well, I'll see really good people, like actors that I've seen everywhere else. So putting them together was interesting, but like really good people. And then I liked the description. It's like, I feel like lately there's not a lot of, like back in the day, you know, they have all their newer ideas. So it was like a different, I mean, we have seen a lot now, obviously, but that was probably a newer idea then from like 1998. But I liked it. I haven't seen anything really like that one before, so I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's nowadays it's just rinse and repeat when it comes to any like ideas. I mean, that's why a perfect example is when we did the Malignant panel, it was out of this world because it was fucking different. Now they took from certain movies, but just like this one, they are taking from certain movies and they're just putting in a different environment with the younger cast. And it works. Like, it's weird, but it works. So let's get right into it. Right off the bat, we start with Robert Patrick. The Terminator is there, and he's the first person to be infected by the aliens. Now, we don't know who infects him. Again, a mystery. We'll love mysteries. Who is the queen? We don't know. We're going to find out as the movie goes on. I love the part when he's trying to get to the principal. Right, so he's trying to get to the principal, and he grabs the what were those things called when you allowed to get on the announce? So when you make the announcement, the microphone to get the announcement.
Right.
Yep. And he was like, "Would Miss what was her name? Do you remember her name?
Valerie.
Miss
something.
Valerie, well, the principal, please report to the principal's office. And the way he says it while he has like the scar on his face because she freaking slashed him, it's creepy as fuck at that moment.
Yeah. Or when he took the pencil and he was just like, I always wanted to do that.
He's right in the hand. Stabs her right in the freaking hand. And again, this movie is not crazy gory. You know, there's some gore, but not too crazy. I love that part, though, even when she's trying to escape and he's standing right there. It's perfect Terminator, too.
Yeah.
Like he comes charging at her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't even know. Did he do one of these? Did he give you one of those with the
running.
hands? Oh, he had Terminator in his mind while he did this.
Yeah. That's what I thought too.
He came fucking running for her, but of course she was able to get out. But it turns out that the other teacher was also infected. The drama teacher, she was infected too, and she stabbed the living shit out of her with some scissors.
Oh, yeah.
So right off the bat, shit's going down.
Shit is insane. She could stab with a pencil and then stab with scissors.
I know.
Yeah.
It's
I
awesome.
love that in movies. I love it when they just jump into it. Like there's no like, you know, you're like 30 into a movie, nothing's happened. I love like the first scenes just being like just full out.
Right.
Yes.
I have to agree, and that's true because this movie, it starts, we're going into it. We're going right ahead. There's no wait. Maybe you wait 5 minutes until something's going on, and then shit just hits the fan.
Yeah.
And that's just to get to the title card.
Yeah.
The title card, you know, we get that whole the faculty, which is a weird way of they do it. It doesn't just come out normal. Let's talk about this real quick. Back in the day, title cards were so much better than they are now.
Oh, yeah. They
were creative.
They actually had creative ways to putting it on the screen what the movie is, like the title.
Now it just like shows up, just like title card. Like, no, I love the way they just show it. It comes down like an alien kind of weird way, kind of like an X-Files. That's what it kind of reminded me of, like the way the X-Files is.
Yeah.
So then now we get into the movie. We get introduced to some characters, and right off the bat, we get to meet Elijah Wood, Frodo.
Yeah, he gets punched in the face.
He gets punched in the face, and it shows Casey, because that's his name. His name is Casey in the movie. And
That's
then
also really cool the way they announced their character names.
I love the way the 90s did shit. Come on, let's be real. The 90s figured it out when it came to actually showing, you know, title cards, character names.
For sure.
And it was more like you get it. You feel for these certain characters. So that's where you start getting, you go right into Elijah Wood, you get Claire Duvall, you get Jordana Brewster. Then, of course, we run into Mista Malave's favorite character. I have to say, this has got to be Mista Malave's favorite character, is Zeke.
Oh, yeah, Zeke. Come on, he's the jock.
He's not a jock.
No, he's the drug dealer. Sorry.
There you go. That's why that should be your favorite character.
Yeah, but
Josh
Hartnett. He wasn't selling weed though. So like, I didn't do anything up my nose.
So what was he actually say? He explains it.
He just said, they go, what's in it? It like way back in the end of the movie. Well, towards the end. And he's just like, it's just caffeine and mostly like household products. What the fuck does that mean?
What would you say it was?
Coke.
Yeah, cocaine. Yeah. It was definitely cocaine. And I like also when he shows up, he's got a nice ass car, by the way.
Oh yeah.
And
well, it's all the drug dealing money.
Of course. We find out that he's been left back. I don't got to be honest with you. I look at Josh Hartnett compared to all of them. I don't really see him being left back.
No, yeah. I mean, he's a fucking scientist.
And he's a smart guy too. We learned that very quickly. He's very intelligent
than all the other kids in high school because he got left back.
That's a good point.
He was the drug dealer, so he had to be somewhat smart, you know.
Right, that makes sense. He's literally making the drugs.
Yeah.
So he's able to go ahead, and he's got to be somewhat intelligent in order to do that. So once we get to meet Zeke, we get to see funny enough, a cameo in a sense from Danny Masterson from that '70s show.
It's true.
I forgot he showed up in this movie.
I forgot too. Like they're in the bathroom. He's like, "All right, take it, boom," and then you see him like, "Oh shit, look at him."
That's pretty cool.
I kind of like the way Josh Hartnett presents himself as like the dealer. Like he's kind of a cool dealer. You know, he doesn't want to get too personal with you.
It's the dealer you want to hang out with.
But that's the thing. He's the guy that doesn't want to hang out with you. He doesn't want to get too personal with you. It's just like, him and I'll hook you up. And bang, he hands over, puts him in pens.
Yeah.
Genius.
Although, can we say this boy needed a different haircut? that was bugging me literally the whole movie.
Josh Hartnett.
Josh Hartnett needed a haircut. I have to agree. I actually thought of that actually when he shows up because he has like the wings going on his hair.
Yeah.
And you're like,
he just doesn't care. Like he got up from bed and just walked to school.
Well, I think that's like maybe the point of him. Just he doesn't care. He gets up. He doesn't. You know, I just throw on some clothes and I go to school. Yeah, that's the vibe of his. He's the cool guy. You know, he doesn't give a shit. Life is on the fast lane for him, even though he's been left back. Then we're
pretty slow, actually.
Well, maybe we'll figure. We'll see because it gets pretty quick. So then we get introduced to Stan. Stan, he's the quarterback of the football team. Mista Malave, what did you think of Stan?
Stan's all right. I mean, he's one of those like, you know, he's the jock, but he's confused in his life and where his path is taking. Like he's like the troubled jock in this movie. You know what I mean? That's what I got from him. You know. Whatever.
Would you say he's troubled? I think he's more. I like conflicted in a sense of like he doesn't want to just be known for his skill of playing football or he said basketball or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's troubled. He's troubled in his head because he doesn't know where he doesn't know where his like allegiance lies or what his future is going to entail. Like, and he doesn't know if he wants
to be smart.
The jock.
He wants to be smart. That's honestly his whole motive as a character. I just want to be smart. I don't like to play football anymore because I don't want them to think I'm just a football player.
Yeah.
Somebody should be like, bro, have you seen what the NFL pays?
It's like, bro, you're getting scholarships. Shut the fuck
Exactly.
up.
This guy is a senior. I believe he's
smart
a senior.
in college, stupid.
Right. Go to college.
Grades anyway.
So once we are then introduced to all these characters, we begin to see changes occurring to the faculty. Of course, we start with Robert Patrick and the drama teacher. She looks a little different, right? She looked a little like meh with her glasses. She comes in, nice hair, nice clothes, got some makeup on. But they're constantly drinking water, which I think is hilarious.
They're chugging.
Like chugging though. They just stand there. And I love how Robert Patrick's like, you look really pretty today. Creepy as fuck.
Yeah, definitely.
Would you say Robert Patrick is the main source of this movie? Like a really big deal? If you took Robert Patrick out, could it affect the movie?
Yes, 100%. I feel like he's kind of like the main villain in the sense. You get me? Like we all know who's the queen and everything else, but like he's the leader of the faculty. Let's just be honest. You know, he's like the general to the queen. Like,
yeah, I think that makes sense. That's why he was the first infected as well. So, Caitlin, I didn't get a chance to mention the newbie that shows up to school. Mary Beth shows up, which got her Southern accent going on. Now, here's the thing. Obviously, this movie is a mystery. We find out as it goes on. We're trying to figure out who the queen is. Did you at first, because this is the first time you've seen it, did you think it was her?
No, I was shocked. Like, I got hints later on in the movie, like when they're all have to take the drug together. She gives like a weird look.
She does.
Like, that's suspicious. And then when she's talking to oh my gosh, Stokely, yeah. Stokely. Then I was like, oh, this seems like it's about to go somewhere. I think I know where it's going. But like I didn't realize until then. And even my husband, he's like the ruiner of movies. Like never ask him your opinion while you're watching a movie because he's always good to like, he's like 5 minutes in the movie. He's like, oh, it's that one right there. And then he's right every time. Mm-hmm. And like finally he didn't get it. And I was like, finally, you know.
Who did he think it was?
I think he just assumed the drama teacher because she was already like a parasite in the beginning of the movie before the coach was. So he assumed her, which made sense to me too.
So you thought it was the drama teacher?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a pretty interesting twist. I like when twists catch you off guard. And
I love it. You
know, obviously me and Matt, we've seen the movie. We knew that it was her. But I remember when I first seen it, no, I actually thought it was, well, I knew it wasn't Robert Patrick because obviously you see him, technically somebody approaches him. I thought it was who did I think it was? Oh man, I don't think I'd even remember who I thought it was.
I don't remember who I thought initially it was either. Like I was kind of like just, I don't know, maybe like I'm trying to bring myself back into like Kid Malave right now.
Yeah.
And just be like, what was I thinking? Like
right.
Who?
And maybe I thought it was the drama teacher too then because you never see that initial take on her.
Yeah.
So she's like the ploy. This is the ploy right here. And how like, you know, they all kind of are around her. Like when they infect Selma Hayek, she's just standing there. You know, she's just watching.
Poor Selma Hayek got just gang banged.
Well, she was sick. You know, it's always great to have a nurse that's sick. And then how Robert Patrick just gets her.
Yo. So crazy.
Just manhandles her.
That's what I meant by like the gangbang. It's just weird.
Yeah.
Like,
I
everyone's
wrote
holding her.
alien ear penetration is exactly what happened.
Yes, in the grossest way possible, because you see like the whole thing coming up, his eyes go in the back of his head, and then and you see the blood just splatter.
Yeah.
Gross.
But great.
But fantastic, too, because it looks real. Like the blood actually looked legit. Mm-hmm. You know, because some of those movies, especially in the 90s, the tomato sauce, like, you know, fucking food coloring, like it looked pretty good.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, Mr. Malave, would you agree to that? Did the blood look convincing?
I thought it was great. Like I really thought it was great. They didn't have to do too much. Even when like the little tentacles came out and like, it just she like shoves it down and you just see that little squirts. Like it's just like like, and then you start like looking at you, like feeling on your ear, like no, I don't want that. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. That's how you know a movie's gonna be like they're doing something right when you're like cringe a little and you're like, ooh, I don't want that.
Yeah, I agree, because this movie's definitely a squirmy type of movie. It makes you feel a type of way. And after we get Selma Hayek, obviously you have Casey and Jordana Brewster's character, Delilah. They were in the closet watching because they were trying to get some, like, you know, they work for the newspaper. We're trying to get some undercover shit. And they see this happen. And they fucking jet out. Now, here's the thing. He's an alien, okay? Robert Patrick, I'm going to keep going back to Robert Patrick because they really do focus on him. Robert Patrick's an alien, and he's also a Terminator. He stabs him with a broom to push him back. And I do love when Delilah shoves the drama teacher and she goes flying onto the table like a WWE fucking move.
Yeah, it's so great.
She took a hard bump on that one. She took a fucking hard ass bump.
The only thing I couldn't stop focusing on with the drama teacher is her bad wig, though.
Yes, horrible hair.
It just didn't move.
Well, she's an alien, so it doesn't have to move.
Still.
Nah, you're right. It should technically move. But that's that moment when they realize that something's going on. There's aliens. I mean, he comes to the conclusion right off the bat. There's aliens taking over my school.
Yeah.
And nobody believes him.
Aliens are taking over the fucking school.
Nobody fucking believes Elijah Wood.
No.
Would you believe Frodo if you were the father?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, yeah.
So
it's fucking Frodo.
This is before Frodo, though.
I know. But listen to me. Like he's clearly smart. Everyone's like, oh, the weird kid or whatever. Like if I'm his parents, like I would be like, all right, you're clearly smart. Where you come up with these conclusions? Like, can you explain this shit to me? I'll give him a chance.
Which he tried though. He couldn't explain it. Every time he was like, "There's the body in there." You know, they don't get the parents.
I'm pretty sure. No, they tried to. Remember,
they tried to get the parents. They don't get his parents.
My office, and then we.
Yes, no, it's fine. It's fine. I'll go talk to the psychiatrist. It's cool. Yeah. No, they don't
get. I don't even mind that because they were like, in the end, the parents were like such dicks about it, and he's like trashing his room, and he's like, "Clean up your room." I'm like, "What a dick."
And Christopher McDonald's really good at playing that asshole, like especially as a father. Like he's just a really good piece of shit. That's Shooter McGavin.
That is.
That's Shooter McGavin from Happy Gilmore. So you know he's going to be a prick. But I love that part when he's trashing those shit up. No more radio, no more internet, and he pulls the box out, and you're like, "Wow!" Remember when that was like that?
He pulled the whole modem out.
He pulled the fucking.
Then he didn't take the computer.
He didn't take the computer.
The computer doesn't work now.
He was using it though.
He was using the computer. He just can't go online.
Yeah, just now you're just gonna write on Word.
Right, you can only. Well, I don't even think Word was around. That was like Notepad. There you go. He just pulls that shit out, and
better play Oregon Trail.
Yes, he could technically do that, or play solitaire if he wanted to. Mm-hmm. But I love when he's doing all that, and the mom's like, "Porno," and he goes, "Porno, huh?" Porno. Opens it up. You got 2 magazines of porn right there, and he's like, "No more spanking the bank, kid."
Damn, son.
And you see the embarrassment on Elijah Wood's face. Just, God damn, I can't even jerk off tonight. These damn aliens.
Just relaxes me.
Yeah, it would, I guess, with the whole situation with these aliens. So the next day, honestly, we know what's going to happen. They're going to start trying to take over the students. in a smart way. I have to make Caitlin. I'm going to go to you on this one because I want to know. Did you find their tactic to get the students in an intelligent way?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, no one would suspect, like, a nurse having to check all the students or whatever. And they did it, like, not, like, too much at once. Like, they did it in a lot of groups. So, like, it didn't seem suspicious. I mean, like, that was, like, a typical thing, probably. I mean, like, not too much typical in the real world that they would do that, but not suspicious enough for it.
Funny enough, you can actually see that occurring today with COVID. Yeah. They could do that, to be like, and they were actually smart too because I forgot who explained it, but they were saying, I think it was Delilah, they were calling to the office the influencers, the popular people, so that they could pass it along. I really have to say their motive, their tactic to spread it was pretty good. It was a very smart move. Mr. Malave, what did you feel about their tactic to actually get these kids?
I thought it was really great too. I mean, once they got the nurse, that was kind of like their whole plan just comes together there. It's like, please come for an eye exam and you're just ear exam. And it's just like, oh well, all right. Like again, no one was expected, right? Like, and then even if like they were like send notices home and some shit. Like I'm just trying to put it in the real world, right? Like, oh, between this week and this week, we're gonna be administrating ear exams because I don't know, some ear infection, blah, 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 blah. And I mean, the parents wouldn't think two seconds with it without signing it and doing whatever. And like, it matters. They're fucking aliens. But like, still, I thought it was very educationally executed.
Yeah, I think it's believable. They could have done the fucking alphabetical order, on Monday, A through D, and then constantly keep going because now it's just going to spread anyway. Eventually, you won't have to get to the L's because it's already been spread to the whole entire school.
Yeah, right. Like Tommy, you'll get there and just be like, they'll be like,
well, I'm at the end,
let me see your ear, and then you'll be like, guys, hey, look. Oh yeah, you're good. All right.
Yeah, right. Exactly. They can tell for some weird reason. They're able to actually tell who's an alien and who's not. I guess they do mention, like, besides the water, they're when Casey finds the fucking little, it looked like a cocoon in a sense.
Like a tadpole.
Like a little tadpole, and brings it to John Stewart, who's a science teacher, drops it in the water. Well, or is he, what is it? Does he dip it first?
No. So I think, what's her name? They said something and
Stokely.
he pushes
Stokely
pushes the guy Usher, and then Usher drops some water on it and starts like flickering,
moving.
Yeah.
So then he takes it and throws it in. Where the hell did he just get a 20-gallon tank of nothing in it? Like,
well, he's a science teacher.
Yeah, but really, there's nothing in it. No other organisms. No anything else. Like,
I will say that makes that does make a good point. That makes a good point.
That would have been even funnier if he actually did have something in there. He puts the parasite in it, and the parasite like ate whatever organism was in the tank. Like that would have been hilarious.
That's more believable. Like, why you just have a gallon tank over there just with clean water?
Yeah.
I actually agree with that. It would have been more interesting to see. I mean, when we see Zeke do it with the mouse, you see it goes into the mouse's ear. Yeah. So I guess it made sense to keep it empty because you would have seen that happen already off the bat. You would have known what's going on. Yeah. So they still want to keep it like it's a different species, it's a new species. Casey, you might have found this. And I like that it all of a sudden turns into two.
Yeah.
Like fast too. I think he went to touch it and just went boop right into two, and then it bites him.
Yep.
Give him a little nibble on his finger.
But I love the close up with the bite, like, and then here we go, CGI or whatever. But it wasn't that bad.
It wasn't.
Like, it pulls the back of the skin, and then you see the teeth. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, they actually did a really good job with that part. Like I said, like I was kind of surprised. I was like, for 1998, that was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Yes, I have to agree as well. For 98, the CGI wasn't really that bad. We'll get a little later on until where it gets a little wonky, but budget, budget does play a factor too. So right after that, now they're starting to figure out they're spreading it out to the students. Again, the water is a very big deal, big fucking red flag. That person's drinking a huge ass bottle of water. He's probably an alien. We find out that
gallon jug. I think I'm an alien.
Then you would be an alien.
Yeah.
Well, they find out that you can actually dry it out. That's the one. That's another kicker. Like, you got to be able to know. Okay, so they can be killed, but water keeps them alive, and that plays a factor later on as well. Mm-hmm. So now Jordana Brewster shows back up, and she's wearing glasses. Now, their appearance does change every time when they get infected. The appearance does. How would you, Mr. Malave, how would you put it? Is it that they get prettier or like cleaner?
It's just weird because like, I guess it depends like on the person maybe. Like, you know what I mean? I felt like with like the drama teacher, she kind of got like more cleaner, right? And then like, I guess prettier because she's not.
Well, she was old.
Yeah, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? But then, like, even Selma Hayek, like, she was, like, sick or whatever, but then out of nowhere, she's just like, damn, that's Selma Hayek. You know what I mean? Like, so maybe but then with Jordana, I mean, like, she put the glasses on and everything else, maybe because she had those pretty features already and, like, she was always dolling herself up, like, now, like, that she's infected, like, you know, like.
Well, we don't know that yet.
Yeah, I know.
We don't know that yet.
We know.
We'll get there because that's a big question I have for you. That's a very big question. Now, Famke Jensen, I always call her Jenkins, I don't know why. Famke Jensen's, when she shows up, she looks very good.
Oh, yes.
She went from nerdy, still looking good, though, by the way, when she's trying to play that like shy nerd thing. I love the whole laxative joke.
Yeah.
I love the condom joke. It was hilarious. She was like, "He's so rude." We ended up finding out.
I also like the fact that Josh Hartnett was trying to kick it to the teacher.
Well, not necessarily, because technically she's the reason he got left back. That's what we find out. She failed him. So he's pissed off at her. You know, so he's being a dick, right, for now, but he's being a dick to her. You know what you got? You looks like you got to take a shit. Here's some laxative. Oh no, you know what you need? You need to get fucked. Here's fucking cherry flavored condoms.
Yeah, cherry flavored.
Love the way Josh Hartnett's able to play that too, because he does play a very good asshole.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So from there, we get to see her. She's all fucking dolled out. She's looking phenomenal, Mr. Malave.
Oh yeah.
Phenomenal. She's looking great.
Sexy.
So now we got to ask our main question, and I'm going to start with Caitlin on this one, actually.
Yeah. Oh, you have to.
We got to start with Caitlin on this. 1 through 10. What's Famke Jensen after being infected?
Oh, like a 12.
Nice. Good call. Good call. Mr. Malave,
Can I just
what do
say,
you got?
I never had hot teachers like that in high school. I don't know where they were.
I'm sorry. They were in New York.
I had one. I had one in junior high school that looked just like she did in that movie. Like,
damn.
And her name, Miss Love. Kid you not.
Oh, shit.
Kid you not, Miss Love. Yeah, she was the 7th and 8th grade English teacher.
Nice.
She was a 12.
Nice.
She was a 12. But yeah, I agree. She was fucking slamming.
She was definitely a 12.
She was definitely. You're going, Mr. Malave, you're going with a 12.
Nah, I'm going with a fucking 15.
15. Wow. Okay, that's a big number.
15. I'm telling you. And I had a teacher too. It was my 9th and 10th grade global studies teacher, Miss Stansky, Alexis Stansky.
We always remember their names.
Yeah, you definitely
You'll always remember the good-looking teacher name.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to go in the middle. I'm going to go with a 13 and a half.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to give it a 13 and a half. And that's because, as we find out later on, her head gets chopped off.
Yeah. But
Still
then broad's right back on.
Oh, shit. Maybe you're right. Maybe the principal is still alive.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The head just.
Because I didn't even think about it.
Right back on.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, that's fucking with me. Okay, we're going to get. All right. Well, let's get.
Faculty.
Wow. This movie will fuck with you. So now we're going to move on a little bit more. So Jordana Brewster turns out to actually be infected. Caitlin,
Well, like
first time watching this movie. Caitlin, watching this movie. Surprise?
Yeah, because that was the Delilah, right?
Yeah, Delilah.
Yes.
Yeah. When she was like, I'm incognito or disguise, I'm like, girl, all you did was put glasses on. What do you mean you're in disguise?
She did, yeah.
You know, I was like, maybe she's just
superhero with the
stupid.
hat
I don't
and the
know.
sunglasses.
She's like the typical hot girl. Maybe they're just like playing her off as like stupid as well. But I didn't expect it. I expected it off of Mary Beth at first, but I didn't think. And like when she took it, that's like as soon as I realized when she flipped, but I didn't realize before that.
Who infected her? Mr. Malave, who infected her?
Mary Beth. I'm thinking Mary Beth infected her, definitely.
When?
Definitely. Off screen. Definitely off screen.
Well,
because
yeah, we know
I'm
that.
Looking at it, right? I'm looking at it now, knowing what we knew and everything else. And they were looking at each other like, we're fucked. Like, you know, like, And then she's just like, no, you're fucked. I mean, like,
Yes.
like, but they were looking at each other and it's just like, all right, well, of course they know if you're infected or not, but I'm definitely sure that it was Mary Beth.
Yeah. And it's weird. Well, obviously, because we find out Mary Beth later on, we find out she's the queen. Surprise, surprise. When they have to take it, and Caitlin, you pointed out again, as somebody that hasn't seen the movie, you caught it. She gives her a look and she tilts her head. She tweaks. And I remember watching the movie. Obviously, I've seen it many times, but I always felt that tweak was weird.
Yeah.
Because she, like, her eyebrows go up. Like, she's just like, well, I guess we got to do this then.
I think she was like telling her to like almost take it for the team. Like, you need to take it so that they don't find out it's me.
Right. And she
like,
sort
obey your
of took
queen.
it. She sort of took it, like a little bit, because it would have killed her if she really went for the shot. But then you see like the fucking parasites going all over her fucking face and
creepy.
shit. And she's like, I don't know what's going on. And then just flips immediately. She's like, it's just, you're fucked. Like, you're going to die. And just kills, not kills, but she knocks completely all of Zeke's shit down.
Yeah,
So he can't make no more. No more. You're not making no more drugs, motherfucker. Knocks him all the fuck down and takes it. She's fast.
Oh yeah, it's the alien.
She's got that Robert Patrick speed.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, she
What,
took
Terminator
off
now
running.
too, maybe.
Yeah, she's technically a Terminator, an alien Terminator. And I love that scene because, again, it's all a mystery. We don't know who's the queen or who's the one that started it all. And right off the bat, she gets hit. And the whole point, and like, that's why I asked, like, who do you think hit her? Because in my head, I'm going, when did this happen?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It must have happened after they left the school because she already came back in that disguise the next day.
So she was infected at that moment when she showed up with the glasses on.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, she gets around. She's a popular chick, and she probably like got caught out there. You know what I mean? And even if it wasn't Mary Beth, it was someone else that she had to come in contact with, because unlike everybody else, like, she's the one who has the most friends, right? She's the one who has the most like cliques that she has to show appearances on. So I'm pretty sure one of the bees, just kind of infected her,
Right. And it's possible that you might actually be right. And the weird thing is I guess Jordana Brewster might have been a little too expensive, because after she runs out, we don't really see her again.
Yeah, at all.
She's pretty much gone the rest of the movie.
She went to go be Dom's sister. That's why.
Is that what it was? She went to go feel Fast and Furious at that moment?
You can't put a price on family. Yeah, you can't put a price on
That's
family.
true. You can't put a price on family, and they couldn't put a price on her because, like I said, she just disappears for like the rest of the movie. Again. Like, you see her once kind of show up with the Casey situation, and in the bus when she shows up, hey, Casey, and that's it. She's gone.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
She's got like 2 more fucking minutes, 3 minutes of movie time.
And first of all, what is she doing in the school bus by herself, just laying down?
Right.
I don't think that's okay. I can't tell you.
She's like,
I didn't write the movie.
It's just like, what the fuck? What are you doing here?
She does just like, it just comes out of nowhere too. I know it's supposed to be like that creepy shit, but she doesn't look creepy too, because she looks good. So you're just like
sexy.
Yeah.
And she's just got a little butterfly in her little fucking her shirt, the same shirt she was wearing before. So she didn't even change. So it's gross, but it's still like, I think she did a really good job at playing that really hot, popular chick that gets infected and she goes after the nerd. Like, she pulls it off.
I think I would turn quickly in this movie.
Yeah, no, you'd be fucked, man.
I get seduced. They're just
she is pretty hot, though.
And then out of nowhere, in my ear, I'm done.
At least for the time being, because somebody has to save you. They obviously figured it out. If you kill the queen, everybody else gets saved, which is always the same fucking story, Yeah. Kill the main person, everybody else doesn't have to die. Everybody lives, and they'll be perfectly fine. But this is when they start getting chopped down, which, again, it's like the thing. The normal core, and they start to chop down the core until eventually you get 1 or 2 people towards the end. As it goes on, we only find out that Casey didn't get infected. Almost, though.
Almost, yeah.
Ooh, that part's nasty.
Yeah, it was bad.
Ooh, that part's nasty.
Ooh.
I still, till this day, I've seen that when she sprays it at him, and you see them going in. It's so gross. Squirmish. It's just a squirmish movie.
Yeah.
Caitlin, how did you feel about that scene?
I was like, oh, well, first I was like, that sucks, because you just got like 5 of them into your face.
Yeah.
And then not even them going in, I think was bad. I think them coming out was even like, That's even worse.
More nasty. Like it just like they're
Yeah.
pouring out. They're dying too. Because you got to think though, when they're going in, they're alive, so the teeth are fucking chomping in you, and he's feeling it, and it looked good. Like
It did.
practical effects. I mean, they were probably doing prosthetic shit going into his face because it wasn't CGI, and it just looked it was nasty. So nasty.
It was kind of gross.
It was, and he played it off good. I mean, I like Elijah Wood. I think he played it off well enough because I know I'd be screaming and crying at the same time. Because you got to think, if he didn't kill her, because we find out it's Mary Beth, if he didn't kill the queen, he was fucked.
Yeah.
You know, he was next on the list. And did Josh Hartnett get hit? I don't think he gets.
No.
No.
He just got beat up.
He gets knocked the hell out though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got fucked up. She fucked him up.
Yeah.
And
then out of nowhere, she's just walking around just naked.
naked and shit. You saw it all, not the front, but you we see the front, but we don't see the front.
Yeah.
But you
the
saw
booty.
all of it. What did
See
you
the booty.
think? Did you think she looked pretty good, right?
I mean, yeah. I mean, at first, I didn't really like her at all, but then, I mean, you take some clothes off. I mean,
Yeah.
she looked pretty good.
I did not
the world.
expect that under that dress.
Yeah, me neither,
Yeah,
right?
no.
Like, I was like, well, goddamn, queen.
She picked the right body, I guess.
Yo, for real,
Yeah.
right?
I like the scene also in the pool, which obviously works perfectly in her favor because it's all water.
Yeah, that's like her most strongest.
And she's just chilling in there. And that's how I believe she gets Stokely. She gets her when she's in
Yeah.
the pool. Another scene that I wanted to bring up that I wonder how you guys feel about this is when they get Stan. So Stan, the stupidest move in the world, obviously, as we know, he's an idiot. He's like, I'm going to go check, guys. I'm going to run out there. I'm going to go check to see if everything's okay. Bro, there's millions,
Then
there's mad people.
Then Usher just comes up and just like, what's up, man?
Well, that's
You don't wanna
late.
play
That's
with us
way
or
earlier. That's
yeah,
when
that
they're
is
going
true.
to Zeke's house. No, this is when he runs up to them when it's raining outside and you see the tentacles
Oh, that
coming
was
out.
such a good scene.
That was
such-
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was so good. They're just all just like praising and the tentacles are out their fucking helmets. I was like, oh my God, this is great.
And then
And as soon as he sees that, why would you not run away?
yeah, he just looked and was like, because I would have been turning around. I mean, they probably would have caught him anyway. He was fucked.
Probably.
But he could have immediately. I mean, you can't see that from a far distance. Like, guys, they're
First
just
of all, if
standing
they're
there.
all lining up and then their heads are tilted up to the sky. What do you think is happening?
And it's raining, so they're getting the water, which is keeping them alive. Like, bro, turn around, run back. That's not it. We gotta go. We gotta move. Like, no, he got caught, and then he gets infected.
Dumbass.
Yeah, he's stupid.
They just Stokely, come on, open the door.
Oh, I liked how they used that though. Like he was like, you can be beautiful and all that type of shit, which I like Claire Duvall. I think she always plays that gothy character. It fits. That's kind of who she is in a sense, but she pulls it off really well.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So now let's get towards the end, the final battle of the animatronic. Do you guys think that was an animatronic?
It definitely was.
Oh,
It
yeah.
definitely was.
It
100%.
looked like something you can see in Universal Studios.
That was where Jordana's budget went to the animatronic.
It went to the end. They couldn't pay for Jordana Brewster, or Jon Stewart, which we'll talk about Jon Stewart later for something else. But that animatronic, it looked pretty scary. Like as somebody, like you got to think, Mista Malave, we were like 10, 11 years old watching a movie like this, and that shit's freaky.
Oh yeah. I mean, especially like when they were in the bleachers and then like it kept like pushing them out and stuff like that. I was like, this is scary as fuck. Like if this was happening in my school, I don't know what the fuck I'm just gonna keep running. Like, you know? But I thought it was done really well.
I would have got squashed.
I'm pretty.
I'm not a
telling you,
runner. I would have died.
First of all, I would have been infected already, so I would
Yeah,
have
you
put
would have
myself in that
been.
situation.
You wouldn't have been in that scenario. I probably would have been infected too. Caitlin, would you have been infected?
100%.
Yeah, we all would have been fucked because nobody. It's you have to be able to see it to know what's going on, and I guess we're not one of those people that are going to be trying to hide in closets to find out what's going on with our teachers.
No, definitely not.
So yeah, we were all fucked in that moment.
I was a social butterfly too. I guess I think I'm still am, but like I would have just like I'd be like Jordana, like just I know everyone. Oh yeah, look here in my ear.
Yeah, get Mista Malave because he's going to spread it around the school. Now I do like the one scene that explains. I think it was Zeke that asks, or it was Zeke or Stan that asked, "Why Ohio? Why would they go after Ohio?"
Oh yeah, good scene.
And I love the explanation from Elijah Wood when he states, he goes, if you're going to attack the White House, are you going to knock on the front door or go through the back? And you're like, that makes sense.
Yeah, but and then the reference is like, are you gonna blow up? Are you gonna blow up the White House Independence style, or are you gonna sneak in the back door? And
There
I'm
you
like,
go.
Oh,
That's the line. That was the line. That's a really good line because they reference a lot of movies, which I love the meta part of it.
Yep.
They reference Independence Day.
Yep.
And he references Men in Black when he says, do I have to Men in Black your ass?
Oh yeah.
And Invasion of the Body Snatchers when they're explaining everything.
Stokely explains Invasion of the Body Snatchers, which is literally the whole concept of this movie, plus the Thing, as mentioned before, which is mentioned as well. The Thing got mentioned because they're talking about the mystery and whatnot, and I believe it was Elijah Wood that mentions it, and he goes like, The Thing. Yes. I mean, this movie is directed by Robert Rodriguez. Robert Rodriguez is a big name in the movie industry. Mr. Malave, what is your favorite from Robert Rodriguez?
Oh my God, do I have to pick a favorite?
Nah, I just wanted to put you on the spot and see if you knew any other movies that he did.
No.
Spy Kids, man. He did Spy Kids.
That's probably one of the worst ones.
No, I wouldn't say that. I mean, he did Once Upon a Time in Mexico. Machete. See, I said it right.
I love
No, you did, but you said it very white. But
I am white.
Yeah, that's
he did From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yep.
He's pretty much best friends with Quentin Tarantino.
Planet Terror as well.
Planet Terror,
good, you know,
where he merged with Quentin Tarantino.
Love him.
So that ends the movie right off the bat. So we know right there, Mary Beth's the queen. He stabs her in the freaking eye. That scene, now that CGI scene when she kind of like, it looked like Dark Crystal. When the little things disappear and it's like that weird white light just kind of goes past them.
Yeah.
And it just vanishes. That part was weird. That was, I'd say, the worst CGI scene in this movie.
I mean, they ran out of budget.
Right. Well, Jordana Brewster was a lot of fucking money. They couldn't even afford her for at least the last fucking 20 minutes of the movie.
Just in the bus.
They got her in the bus and they get her at that last scene when her out of nowhere is now dating Elijah Wood.
Yeah, right? Like, when did that happen?
Don't know.
I don't think that was accurate.
I agree. I didn't believe that. I didn't see. I know he had a thing for her, but I think it was just because she's a popular, pretty girl. Like, oh yeah, you know.
Oh yeah, she's hot. I would date her. Like,
he had pictures on the wall of her, so obviously he does find her attractive. But I never got the vibe that she felt the same way.
No.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, so them.
She was mad about him quitting football because she has to date the quarterback. So when she starts dating Elijah Wood, it's like, okay.
Yeah, it's that part I didn't feel believable. Now, Famke Jenkins, I said Jenkins again, Famke Jensen and Josh Hartnett, fucking the teacher. I can see that.
I can see it. I can see that.
I do. I believe that. But he joined the football team. I didn't believe that.
Yeah, and then first of all, isn't there like rules that like, you know, he got left back, right? Like,
he did. So he's older.
How can he join the football team? Isn't that like an age group thing? Like,
I believe it is actually. I believe
doesn't make
you
any
get
sense.
left back.
And why would he join the football team anyway?
Right. They never gave that vibe to him. And why would he join the football team?
He never wanted to join the football team.
No, I can see if Elijah Wood joined the football team because Robert Patrick makes that joke, that point of being like, hey, you're really fast when people are chasing you. So you would be good on the team. So that would make sense.
Safety or some shit.
Right. So that would make sense, though. But Josh Hartnett, I think they just were like, we don't know what to do with him because technically he didn't change, really. Josh Hartnett's character doesn't change.
Yeah.
He didn't have like an epiphany where he was like, you know, I think I'm going to stay in school and graduate. No, he just wants to bang the teacher and obviously play some football.
I think they should have banged the teacher at the end and then get his diploma.
He could have.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how you change.
I mean, I guess. I mean, he still, to me, was still going to do the drug thing. It wasn't like that was like an epiphany where he realized he shouldn't do that no more.
If anything, he's going to do the drug thing more because he saved the fucking world.
They did. Well, technically, they count Elijah Wood as saving the world. Again, do you believe that? They put him on the front of New York Times Magazine and all that type of shit. Like, that story spread that quick?
Yeah, right? And come on.
And no one wants to talk about aliens took over a fucking school?
Right.
Not the fuck that, hey, this kid did it.
Like, you know?
Hey, where's those headlines? Exactly. I see, oh, well, you see that, blah, blah. No. How about the fact that there were parasitic aliens taking over people's brains and taking over a school?
And where did they come from?
Right. Yeah. No, but Elijah Wood saves the day. Like,
yeah, and he didn't even know what was in the drugs.
Exactly. So, all right, that is the end of us discussing The Faculty. So let's get some final thoughts before we get into our awards. Mr. Malave, of course, you've seen the movie before. What is your final thought of this movie? Don't tell me if it's going in or not. Just let me know.
all right. Final thoughts after we broke everything down. There was a couple of questions that I didn't know I had until we broke this down, and we asked them. I still kind of don't know, but I'm glad that they have been asked, because after all these years watching this movie over and over, I just took it for what it was. But then we do the Flickbook, we break it all down, and new things come about, and I am happy we got to exercise those demons. And we figured out that we would all be infected. And final thoughts, it was still an enjoyable movie like it was back in the day, and I would see it again tomorrow.
Okay, Caitlin, again, first time ever seeing this movie. You read it, you said this sounds interesting, you finished the movie. What were your thoughts of the ending of that movie?
Well, I'm a big horror fanatic anyways, the good, the bad ones in between, and for the time era, I think it was a classic. Honestly, I love rewatching movies. I'd probably watch this like 20 more times. I really did like it. Obviously there are some things I'm like, okay, that wouldn't happen, how they ended it, but pretty much from beginning to the ending, I liked every bit.
All right, that's good. I'm glad that you got a chance to watch a movie with your husband, who, again, another one who has not seen the movie. And now you could say, if anybody's like, oh, I want to see a new movie, an older movie, watch The Faculty. Mm-hmm. It's a fun, and I was surprised that you didn't see it, but the fact that you did it, now you have, and now you have another movie to add to your collection of pretty dope fucking movies. And when it comes to my opinion, it holds up.
Definitely.
It works. Mm-hmm. It can still be, you can redo that movie today if you wanted to, and it would still hold up. Like, it just works. The concept holds up. The acting wasn't, I'm not even going to say it was bad. I'm not even going to say it was B-rated. It was actually really well done. It was believable.
Really, I mean, you got some good fucking cast members there that can actually act.
Yes, that's a good cast right there. I mean, I will say, when we talk about like the poster too, Usher's right front and center, barely in the movie. Couldn't afford him.
Well, yeah. I mean, but that's also just reaching out to the pop culture thing, right? They were just like, oh, well, he's fucking coming off of You Got It Bad and You Remind Me and shit like that. Like, this is his second movie, basically. Let's just throw him on the cover. People will come see him just to see him.
I think you're right. I think Usher's face made people think, oh, Usher's in this movie? I want to go see it. And he's just kind of there again. You couldn't afford him because you couldn't afford Jordana Brewster.
Yeah.
Everything went into Josh Hartnett, some CGI, Selma Hayek, because it was still Selma Hayek at that point, Robert Patrick, and Jon Stewart, who at that point was still fucking Jon Stewart.
Show. Yep.
He's still doing the Daily Show. All right, so now it's time to get into the awards. Of course, we have our 2 awards before we get into the really big one. Mista Malave, we're going to start with you with that Kill 'Em With Kindness award. This might be a little difficult for you because not many people die in this movie. I'm going to allow you to kill the parasite. So kill the parasite with kindness, Mista Malave. What is your best kill of the parasite in this movie?
Thank you. Thank you for that, because as you know, we broke it down, and I don't think anyone died actually in this movie, but parasites did.
I still want to question the issue with the principal, but I'll let you go.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We're going to have to watch it again then. I don't know.
Guess so.
But okay, we're going to kill the parasite with kindness. And I got to tell you, with all these high names and everyone else getting infected and people kind of dying, one parasite death stood out from the rest. For me, I feel like when you have a star power like Jon Stewart, and he is the science teacher, and you get him in there and he kind of like has a new he has like a new scientist robe on after he comes in there, and he's like acting all suave, and then he just gets his fucking fingers chopped off, and then they just start squirming around. That was just freaky as shit, right? And then they take the powder and they just throw him on the face, and he just starts foaming at the mouth. He's like, I felt like that scene itself was just so enjoyable to watch. You get someone like Jon Stewart, and he's hilarious, but he's not funny in this movie.
No.
I feel like that parasite death was probably one of the best ones in the movie. Actually, to me, it was the best one in the movie, because if you're going to pick a way to Jon Stewart to die, I'm pretty sure he's just like, yo, just throw that shit on me. I'll just start convulsing. Watch this. And
they stabbed him in the eye.
What?
He stabbed him in the eye.
They stabbed him in the fucking eye.
Yeah, he stabs him in the eye.
when you get stabbed in the fucking eye and then you get the damn drug just going in there, I still go to the whole convulsing thing because I thought that was hilarious. But it was also really cool to watch.
And then he flipped over the table.
Another
WWE move.
Another WWE, definitely. But the thing is, like, you saw how strong Josh Hartnett was when he just kind of took the paper cutter thing and
in
just
slow motion. Slow motion. Yo, like, he had
badass.
some. Yeah, I got to give it to him, too. He pulls it off. You see the fucking. The screws pop out in slow motion. He's like, I'll fucking chop your fucking arm off right now.
I will kill you right now. And he did. And then they just pick up his finger like, we have to analyze this.
Right. That makes sense. I can totally understand that. That was the worst CGI of the movie, by the way.
That was that was the worst CGI in the movie. They just couldn't afford it. They had to kill Jon Stewart. They couldn't afford it. But I got to say, in The Faculty, the kill the parasite with kindness goes to Mr. Jon Stewart.
All right. Congratulations, Jon Stewart, on his parasitic death. Because as we know, later on, we do see him with his eye patch. And his hand is covered with a bandage. So we know he does, in fact, lose those fingers, which will question a lot of things when it comes to Fonka Jensen, but whatever. Sometimes you just got to let it be. So now we're going to get into my award, which is I'm just a little scared. Now, this movie doesn't, because I've seen it so many times, it doesn't exactly scare me. So again, we're bringing back more of a freaky thing, something I don't want to be a part of. And my just a little scared was when Stan goes to check on the team. What do you do when you're going to go check and make sure everybody's okay and they're staring at the fucking sky and the fucking rain's hitting them in the face? Then, of course, the lightning goes off and then you see the parasite, like, facial, like, going, mostly in Robert Patrick, but you see, like, the skull of it. Oh, no. That to me is, no, I'm sorry. I'm not going to deal with that shit. That's too much for me. And I also wouldn't go check. Sorry, just not going to do it. You're going to be like, nope, seen too many movies. I'd even tell people, nope, seen The Faculty, not going out there because I ain't coming back normal. So, yeah, no, I'm just a little scared, though. I wasn't really scared. I didn't run. I didn't hide. I didn't go under the bed or anything.
That was some freaky shit.
But it was freaky as fuck. So that is my, just a little scared, is Robert Patrick and the football team in the rain.
Praising the rain.
Dancing in the rain, in a sense of just, oh man, that scene is fucked up. Okay, so that's our awards, but we're not finished yet because it's time to get into that one specific award that all three of us have this award, and maybe we could match. And of course, Mr. Malave, you know what I'm talking about. You know, sir. It's when we look at that screen and we tell them, fuck yeah! Fuck you, movie. Okay.
Fuck you, movie.
Fuck you, movie.
Fuck you, movie.
Now, for those that are just tuning in for the first time, fuck you, movie means something that happens in the movie. Funny enough, something I actually just recently mentioned. Let's see if anybody has it. Where it could be batshit crazy, stupid as fuck, scary as fuck, maybe even freaky as fuck, but it makes you look at the screen, whether it be in a movie theater or your own personal television, and say, fuck you, movie. That's some bullshit. And a perfect example, as me and Mr. Malave discussed last time, The Rock pushing a torpedo with his bare hands.
Fuck you, movie.
Fuck you with that nonsense.
You blow up.
Get the fuck out of here. It's impossible. The Rock is The Rock, but he's not that strong. So let's get into our fuck you movie. We're going to start with Caitlin. Caitlin, I'm very excited to see to hear what is your fuck you movie. Let's hear it.
All right. Mine was probably not even the scene itself, but his reaction was the shower scene with Stan and the teacher. Only because, not like, I was like, oh yeah, it's pretty gory and gross. Like, I love that shit. But why would you go in for the hug? Are you not freaked out right now? This woman's skin is falling apart and you also hug her and you're naked. I was just like, okay, fuck you. That's the weirdest shit.
Yes, that's a good one. It kind of gives you a The Shining type of moment.
Yeah.
I think that's what Robert Rodriguez was pushing for too. A great one, by the way. Yes, I would tell the screen, now, fuck you. Fuck you with that shit. I love it. Perfect.
Yeah, I mean, you took mine, honestly.
Oh, that's two. We got a match.
I was also like, I put myself in this situation, and I'm like, I'm in the shower, I'm fucking cleaning myself off. Then you see like the teacher coming in, and she's old, and like, oh, you're like, oh, and she's like, I can't breathe. She starts getting naked. I'm like, nah, fuck you. I'm not, this is not happening. And then like she comes, and then like you said, coming in for their hug, and then, all right, fine, you're trying to console her. I'll even give you that. But then you rub her hair, and then it comes off and it splats down on the floor. Fuck you, movie. Fuck you for that shit. And then Elijah Wood comes in and he's like, get help. At first, I swear to God, growing up, I thought he was saying, get out. and I was just like, either way, like, get out. Why you telling him to get out?
That's
Help me,
nasty.
bitch. Like, this girl is crazy. No, fuck you, movie. Don't put me in that situation. I swear to God, I would have punched her in the face and walked away.
Yes. Okay. I love that we have a match. I unfortunately did not pick that as my fuck you movie, though it was on my list at first. Until a little later on in the film, when Famke Jensen, and I am going to go with Josh Hartnett on this, when he cuts her head off and the head's moving, and then she's grabbing it and putting it back on. And my favorite part, of course, is when Josh Hartnett looks over, he goes, fuck this. I'm fucking out of here. It takes off running. Because when he said it, I said the same shit. I said, yes, fuck you, movie. Because I'd say the same thing. Fuck this. I'm done. Like, really? I chopped this bitch's head off? Which, by the way, when that part is hilarious, is when they're the car accident, when he does it on, he drives into the bus. She goes fucking flying. And the way, like, if you ever watch it again, watch her body, because obviously it's a dummy. You can see it, but it's so funny how it just flops along and just bloom.
So all of her limbs are just like...
So hilarious. But that moment, when you see the fucking, again, that would I would say, again, terrible CGI, though. When it goes up to the body's just moving, and she's just trying to find it. And he's just watching, just what the fuck? She goes to put it on, he goes, oh, fuck this. I'm done with this crap. And I said the same shit. Fuck you, movie. Why? Fuck you. I'm done with it, too. You can't even fucking, you were able to kill this, kill that, but nope. Fucking blowing her up and chop her head off. Nah, that's okay. She could put her head back on and come and get you. Fuck you, movie.
Fuck you, movie.
Fuck you, movie. So that is our fuck you movie. And of course, you know what that means? We always, when we see those moments, we stare at the screen, we stare at our TV, and we scream, fuck you! Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you with that nonsense, that bull fucking shit. All right, so now it is time for a little bit of fun. We're going to have a little bit of fun right now. Now, Caitlin, you don't know about this, but you're about to find out right now. You have an opportunity to win $100, courtesy of the second rounds in the Flickbook. But your opponent is none other than Mista Malave.
Boom.
So he boomed. Just
had to.
Caught me at it. Just boom. And you guys are going to be playing a very fun game, which is known as Money for Nothing. The Price is Wrong, bitch.
The price is wrong, bitch. The price is wrong, bitch.
All right, now we're going to get into it. Now, here are the rules. I'm going to ask you a simple question, but it's going to involve numbers. If you can guess, Caitlin, if you can guess the number on the head, you have to be perfect, by the way. You win yourself $100. Same thing for Mista Malave, though I'm not going to pay him.
Fuck you.
But we're also playing Price is Right rules, so we'll see if anybody just wins the game in general. It's very hard to win the $100, but if you can guess it right, shit, you fucking deserve it. Might as well. So, are you guys ready?
Yes, I was born ready.
Okay, let's get that Money for Nothing by Dire Straits playing in the background, so we have a little game show music. All right, so this, keep in mind, is for the weekend box office performance. Remember that. Mista Malave, pay attention to the question. I will not give you another chance like last time.
I'm listening. Weekend box office. Got
Weekend box office. Make sure you're not cheating either. Here we go. April 23rd, 1999, which, by the way, just so you guys remember, this movie came out on Christmas. Remember, this is a Christmas movie. I forgot to mention because that's hilarious. So, weekend, April 23rd, 1999. This movie was ranked 22nd for that entire year. But I need to know the gross for that specific weekend. I'm going to give you a little time to think about it. Again, April 23rd, 1999. You need to tell me the gross for the faculty for that weekend. How much money did it make? You don't have to give me cents because it doesn't show me cents. But I will tell you this. The percentage did change 636% from the weekend before. So something made this movie jump up pretty big.
Oh, sure.
He was in it from the get-go.
Yeah, but people realized that he got turned into an alien.
Maybe. You might be right on that one. Okay. Guys, have your guesses? Any ideas you want to throw it out there? We're going to start with Mista Malave.
Shit.
Hold on. Let me get a pencil real quick. Keep thinking real quick. Keep thinking.
Okay. Gross weekend. Okay. Opening weekend. Movies didn't make as much money as they do right now.
All right. That's enough of you thinking, Mr. Malave. We're going to start with you. Now, just so before we continue, Caitlin, if for some reason you think Mr. Malave is over, again, Price is Right rules. You could say $1. If you win, you win. But you don't win $100 unless you guess it on the head. So, okay. Mr. Malave, give me your number.
I'm going to go with 96 million.
For the weekend? For the weekend.
Fuck, yo.
For the weekend. You think it was 96 million for the fucking weekend? One weekend. Oh my God. Do I have to fucking explain the question again? Dude, you're bad at this.
Yeah, because I don't like pressure, man.
All right.
One more. That's really high.
One more chance. By the way, I'll let you know this, Mr. Malave. God damn it, man. The entire movie itself made, hold on, let me tell you what the movie for $40 million. You gave it 96 million in a weekend? I feel like I should keep that answer, but because it's so idiotic, I'm going to give you one more chance. You really need to listen to the question, sir. Okay. One more time. This gives Caitlin a chance to think about it a little more.
Well,
and she would have said one, and that would have been, wow, that's bad. Okay. Again, I repeat, the movie came out on Christmas.
Yes.
Okay, you know when Christmas is, right?
Yes.
Good, very good. So that was December 25th, 1998. I'm asking you for the weekend. That's 2 days, maybe 3 if you want to count Friday. I think they count Friday. April 23rd, 1999. How much money did that movie make for that specific weekend? Now, actually give me a number.
Okay.
96 million?
Well, it didn't even make that much.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
It didn't even make that much. So I'm just gonna lose. I'm gonna go with 500,000.
500,000 even. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Caitlin, what do you got for me?
I was gonna say we're gonna go 960,000.
$960,000. All right. Well, I can tell you guys right now, you did not win the $100. No one gets the $100, and
were we close?
You actually, technically, you both lost. You both went over. Everybody went over. The answer, the gross that it made for the weekend of April 23rd, 1999 was $466,290. No sense of showing, so we're not going to even bother with that.
Wow.
But, well, you know what that means. You both got it wrong. You tried your best, but the price was wrong, bitch. Thank you enough for trying, though. Thank you for playing. The $100 stays in my pocket for another week. Very excited about that. Mr. Malave, $96 million, huh?
Yeah, I mean, hey, you know.
I mean, I'll give you the 500,000. That's a pretty decent guess. Caitlin I think she's still pretty high to go for the million for a weekend.
Yeah.
But
especially in 99.
But $96 million in 1999, $96 million for the faculty didn't even make half that money. In total.
I probably should have known that first.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. Okay, so that's it. We're done. I keep $100, and now it's time. Finally, time to decide, does this movie get in? Does it get into the Flickbook? The only way it can get in has to be unanimous. So, we're going to start with our guest. Caitlin, you are going to start first. The question is this movie a must-see for a non-average horror and movie viewer? What do you got?
I would say 100%. Even though I'm a horror fanatic, I would definitely tell people who don't watch it to watch it, because I feel like it's a good movie that's not too gory, in a sense that, like, even if you don't like horror movies, you won't be like too turned away from all the gore. So I would say 100%.
All right, that is a yes from Caitlin. Mista Malave, what do you got?
All right. So I am also going to say yes. It should be in the Flickbook. I feel like this movie is equally crazy, sexy, and cool. And it's just like, for the non-average horror movie person, it's not too much of anything. You know what I mean? Like, it's not too, like, it's not spiritual and like freaky that way. Like, it's not too sci-fi-ish. You know what I mean? It's like a blend of a lot of different things. And it's also kind of has its funny moments. It has its fuck you movie moments. It has its scary movies. And it has some really cool kills, even though they're not really dead. You know what I mean? So I feel like for the non-average moviegoer, you should definitely see The Faculty.
Okay, that's 2. Now, the only way this movie gets in is if I decide to let it in. It's up to me. If I was Mr. A-Town, I would say it's up to me. And honestly, yes, I think it should get in. I think for horror, it should get in. I think for just a normal, in general, for a movie, it should be in because it holds up. It has the concept of, like we've mentioned it many times, invasion of body snatchers and The Thing done in a high school. It's very well acted with actual people that if you watch the movie, you go, I know that person. I know that person. They're still relevant. Except Josh Hartnett. What the fuck? Josh Hartnett's the only one that's not relevant anymore. What the fuck is up with that? That's weird. I would like to talk to Josh Hartnett and ask him why. Because
let's get him on the show.
Dude, he was a front and center of the poster. Josh Hartnett, bang, big deal. Everybody else still relevant, except him. Even Robert Patrick is still relevant. Salma Hayek is still relevant. Elijah Wood is still relevant. He'll always be relevant. He's fucking Frodo. Jordana Brewster. Usher is technically still, it's Usher, so he'll never lose it. Yeah. Claire Duvall is still working. She's, but where is Josh Hartnett? Hashtag, where's Josh Hartnett? So I will say, this movie's got to get in. You have to watch it. Caitlin's never seen it, neither did our husband. And guess what? They watched it. They liked it. They didn't know who the fucking person was, which makes it even better because, again, mystery. Love mysteries. Yeah, so this movie's getting in. First horror movie to get into the horror edition. Great start. Nice. We'll see what else makes in. We got a lot coming up, actually, Mr. Malave. Next week, we're bringing out Carrie, the original Carrie. We're going to talk some Carrie.
Oh, yes. I cannot wait for that.
And that was a choice by Mr. Malave. Great choice, by the way. And then we're getting into the Halloween franchise, the entire thing. We're doing the originals. We're doing the zombie, Rob Zombie. And then we're doing this new version, the updated way, because the date that we finish Halloween Kills, that Friday is Halloween Ends.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a perfect fucking way we're going to do it. Caitlin, I'd like to get you to come on for some of those too, because you know what you're talking about and you had a good time with it. So I'd like to bring you on for some Halloween discussion. How do you feel about Michael Myers?
Oh, he is literally, my top guy. I have figurines. I've met both of the Michaels, from Rob Zombie, Josh Carpenter. I love them all. They're my favorite.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Who was the zombie one? He was a wrestler. Tyler Mane.
Huge, yeah.
Tyler Mane.
Tyler Mane. He used to be a wrestler. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's a monster. That's a big dude. You see him at a lot of the cons. I know Spooky tends to show up too as well. Mr. Malave, you're a huge Halloween guy.
I fucking love Michael Myers. I love Halloween. I was dressed up as Michael Myers for like 4 Halloweens back when I was a kid. I bought the mask. I fucking terrorized everyone. It was great. I love me some Halloween. So I cannot wait to get into our franchise and just dive in all the highs and all the lows and all the weird shit in between. Josh Hartnett's going to show up again.
He is. Because we're going to see Joshy again. Very excited.
Believe it or not, people hate it, but I kind of dig it. But we'll get to that.
Yes.
We'll get to it definitely. And Busta Rhymes in Halloween Resurrection.
LL
too.
Cool J.
Like, what the fuck?
Fucking Paul Rudd. Big Paul Rudd is in one of those movies.
In one of them. Like, it's gonna be fun. I cannot wait. I'm a huge Halloween fan, and leading all the way to Halloween to watch the new one. What better way? The Flickbook Horror Edition's back. We're in there, baby.
Yeah, we're gonna be in this. So now it is time to say sayonara. It is time to say goodbye. Caitlin, we'll start with you. Thank you for coming on. You did a great job, by the way. way. Had a good time. You listened, you paid attention, and a great fuck you movie, by the way. You matched Mista Malave.
Yeah, and that's great. And you pay attention more than I did with the damn fucking question. I don't listen.
Yes, you both.
Well, thank
you
you
both
guys
lost.
so much for having me.
Well, thank you for coming on. We're definitely going to get you to come back on. I know since you're a huge Halloween fan, we got to get you to jump on with us. We'll pick some good ones. Maybe we'll bring you on for Halloween 3, Season of the Witch.
Ooh.
Because I know a lot of people don't like that, but I would like to find somebody that can maybe figure it out. You'll work on your money talk, though, when it comes to pricing and whatnot. Because, again, everybody lost because everybody went over. So
I mean, it's better than 96 million.
He's got a point. Jesus Christ, Mr. Malave. $96 million. All right, $96 million man. Say your goodbyes.
All right, guys, it's Mr. Malave, a.k.a. Matthew Malave, the music man, and I had fun talking to faculty. I got all nostalgic, and again, I would get turned into an alien very quickly if I was in that situation. But it was great talking to you as always. Caitlin, thank you for coming on, and I'll see you soon. Mr. Malave, peace.
All right, my name is Tommy James, a.k.a. Mr. Oh So Smooth, a.k.a. the Smooth Effect himself. Guys, thank you so much for tuning into the Flickbook, the horror edition. Next week, as we mentioned, we will be talking Carrie, and then we will be getting into that Halloween franchise. I'm excited. I know Mr. Malave is excited, and I know Caitlin's excited as well. So, see you guys next week. And don't forget, if they're doing an ear exam in your school, fuck it. Fuck you movie. Not doing it. Skip it.
She just goes a little mad sometimes. We all go a little mad sometimes.